Hey there. I just woke up. It's like 10 after 11 in the morning, but I just woke up. It's a Sunday, though, so I'm allowed to sleep in. I decided we would do... Ugh, I have the hiccups. I decided we would do a quarantine routine video today, and I would kind of show you what my day consists of on most days now that I'm stuck at home every day. It's kind of the same as my usual days, to be honest with you, except for I'm working here instead of working at my work. I am admittedly a little bit sick, and I have the hiccups. I promise I don't have COVID-19, I have a regular cold. But if I sound weird, that's why. It's like glands are a little bit swollen, and I have the hiccups. I'm doing really well. So I haven't washed my face yet or even made a coffee, so we're gonna go do that right now. And hopefully my hiccups go away. So while we are in the kitchen, I want to show you my two plants that live in here because my mom has a grow light over there. And one of them is my pilea. And even though, this is my evidence, okay? So when I went to New Zealand, I made this exact list for my family, how to take care of my animals. This is the bit for Elena, my cat, and this is all for Roger. And then this, down here at the bottom, clearly says plants. And everybody tells me that I didn't tell anybody to take care of my plants, but they were on the shoot. So none of my plants got watered or anything the whole time I was gone. So fortunately, my peperonia and my dracaena can dry out, but my pilea cannot. So when I came back from New Zealand, it only had one leaf left. Now let me show you how well it's doing now that I have it over by the grow light. Look at how beautiful she is. Look at her. Doesn't she look so good? So she's doing amazing. I think this leaf is going to fall off eventually. This one down here is probably the one that was there when I came home, I think. Just because of how it's laying. But I just think it's so amazing that it's doing so well, and all we do is water it and we put it by the light. So pilea is definitely like the bright light, the best, I would say. So I'll have to get a grow light. My mother has very, very lightly suggested that I take my plants away from her grow light because she kind of doesn't have room. So I'm gonna have to get my own grow light because this pilea is doing amazing. And then I planted some daisies, some regular run-of-the-mill daisies because they're my favorite flower. And look, they're starting to sprout. So hopefully, all goes well there. The Nestle French vanilla is a little bit harder to mix in than the typical Eve ones, so I usually have to stir it really, really well. I really appreciate any of you who responded to the poll that I had on my YouTube the other day about uploading content. I just want to be clear that the reason that I feel weird about it, I think, about uploading normal content during a time like this is because, like, I don't know how long some of you have been on my channel, but My real job, not YouTube, my real job is I work in talk news radio. So my entire life is completely consumed by COVID-19. So that's why it feels weird for me to almost step away from that to do videos on makeup and whatever, skincare, plants, animals, that sort of thing. I will do it, and I think it's probably best for my own mental health in the long run to do it. It just feels weird because, especially when I'm working from home now, because I'm a workaholic and I don't ever stop. So even if I'm supposed to stop, even if my boss texts me and says go to bed, I'm still watching to see if there's any updates that I need to post on our website really fast. So constantly looking at COVID-19 stuff, constantly updating numbers, constantly keeping that sort of thing in my head. You know what I mean? Like, that's why it feels weird to, like, go back to normal content when the world is the way it is right now. But you're right. It's probably for the best that I do, both for me and for you, so I will. My only fear is that I only have a couple of Tuesday reviews prepped. I have a couple that I need to shoot, like, the me talking part for, but I have the content shot for it. But then after that, like, can't really buy any new products, so I'll have to start getting, I think, a little bit resourceful for my Tuesday reviews, because I'm going to run out probably by the end of April, and I think this is going to last into the summer, so we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, now I'm going to take this coffee and you back to my room so we can start doing, I don't know, other stuff. So because we were just talking about plants, I thought we should come take a peek at Roger just to make sure he's alright and everything over here is okay. This is his terrarium redone again. I've made it bioactive now. There are, in theory, springtails and isopods in here. I haven't seen any since I put them in here, but I'm sure they're in there. This is a video, by the way. I did shoot doing this, but I think it'll come out someday because I just kind of sat the camera on my tripod behind me and didn't really pay attention, so I don't know how much of that footage is usable. But I want to show you because I have, like, where'd it go? I just saw it. There it is. There's like a little stem growing. Doesn't want to come up, but there's something like little growing there, and then other things are growing over here. You can really see them through the side of the terrarium. See? So I think maybe I haven't totally killed this, you know? To me, it looks like little things are growing, especially over on the nerve plant. He doesn't really care about the nerve plant. He doesn't really care about the fern. His favorite plant, by far, is this snake plant here. If you have a crested gecko and you want to make their terrarium bioactive, get a snake plant. He sleeps in the back of it 100% of the time. Roger, I have never seen him since I have redone this, and it's been a week now, anywhere else in the terrarium other than in the back of the snake plant. I wonder if he actually ate anything last night. Oh my god! Look at how much he ate! That is the first time he's eaten Pangea since he's been in this terrarium. I've given him crickets a couple of times because he'll definitely kill those. But that is the first time he's eaten Pangea since I've redone the terrarium. So that's good. That means he's not so stressed anymore. He ate a fair amount of that too. Look at that. I just want to spray it down a little bit. Especially the fern. This is the first fern that I haven't killed within the first, like, 24 hours. Aren't you proud of me? And I don't know, like, what the footage is like in the video that I shot of doing this, but I had a heck of a time getting these snake plants roots all to stick down below because they were everywhere. There were so many roots. So I'm gonna come over here and check on the rest of my plants now because it only feels right. So, my string of pearls doesn't need watering yet, but it will in the next couple of days probably. I just think she's beautiful. I love my string of pearls. Look at her. How about you? Look at all the new growth my Peperomia pixie is shooting out. Like, all this up here. You're still kind of damp too. I can't remember which kind of Peperomia this one is, but it's really starting to shoot out some new growth as well. My Dracaena compacta is probably the driest plant I've felt so far. My Fittonia is about the same. How's my philodendron here in the back? That's pretty dry. We'll water the philodendron. And I should probably water my ivy as well. How's my baby begonia? I love my begonia. Look how beautiful it is. And then this little dude. Okay, so what did I say? Philodendron, ivy, maybe my Fittonia. you're wondering, yes, I do always make a mess. But it's just water. And I always add Reptisafe to my water when I water my plants. There's a little bit left in here, so we're just going to go dump it into the terrarium. I'm definitely trying to focus on the positives of being stuck home every day, and I think that's one of them, is I get to check on my plants every day, whereas before, you know, Saturdays were my designated plant day, and then I would water everything, and I'm probably overwatering them by checking them every day, but I try not to water the same plant more than once a week, unless it's one of the ones in the terrarium, and in that case, they don't really get watered, they just get misted, so, you know, let's hope for the best. So if you're wondering what my everyday looks like now that I'm stuck home, a lot of people on Twitter and stuff, you know, suggest getting dressed and still doing your makeup and your hair still, because it's going to make you feel more like, you know, normal. I just can't do that, so I do stay in my pajamas every day. And after I've done the rounds, and I check on the plants, and I check on Roger, and I check on Lena, who is there, honestly, this mini tripod is shit. Honestly, I sit here on my PC with my work email open, and I play my Switch, and then if something happens on my work email, I stop playing my Switch, and I do that, and then I just keep playing my Switch. There's actually a funny story for you. So, I waited years to buy a Switch, because I knew they were going to do an Animal Crossing Switch. And I was like, listen, like, I didn't wait with the DS, and I regretted it. Like, I'm going to wait. I'm going to buy the Animal Crossing Switch. And then when they finally announced the Animal Crossing Switch, I, like, talked myself out of it. I was like, it's too expensive. I'm never going to play it. Like, blah, blah, blah. So my friend Alyssa pre-ordered it, knowing that I wasn't going to pre-order it because I talked myself out of it, but I was going to end up regretting that decision. So she pre-ordered it, knowing that I was going to regret not pre-ordering it, and then she let me pay her back, and then I could have this one, because she already had a Switch. So now I have a Switch. It is the Animal Crossing Switch, and I actually even have the case. My sister bought me the case for my birthday. That's the even weirder thing, like, celebrating your birthday while the whole world is shut down. Like, I was supposed to go to the Butterfly Conservatory with my friend Alyssa. I was really looking forward to it, and obviously, that didn't happen. Which is okay, I totally understand it, and we'll go to the Butterfly Conservatory later when all of this is over and the world gets back to some semblance of normalcy. But it's just weird, like, I felt like I couldn't do anything for my birthday. I couldn't even, because it's like, this is not the time, you know what I mean? So, next year we'll have to do something more fun for my birthday, provided, you know, nothing catastrophic happens again. Anyway, so that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm just gonna open Animal Crossing and open my work email. Yay! If you want to add me on the Switch, I'll add my little number on the bottom here. Yeah. I have to listen to Tom Nook's daily announcements, so the museum will be finished by tomorrow. That's today's news. Which sucks, because that means I'm going to keep catching things and have to just leave them on the ground outside where the museum's going to be. Oh my god, I'm so cute. Look at how cute I am. Look, it's me, but standing. Lena, you're up here because you know it's dinner time, right? You're up here because you know it's dinner time, right? Yes, 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 yes. Can I feed you with one hand? Let's see. Woof. Is there food? Performant Ultra, lamb and brown rice. They recently switched her food bag from like a Ziploc bag to Velcro, and let me just tell you, that was a terrible decision. I would like to speak to whoever was in charge of that decision, because they're very impractical. Like, you know, look at the mess you've made down here. There, food time. Food time. There she is. You want to be snugged while you eat. That's the Lena rule. She wants to be pet while she eats. And it is a rule that I am happy to oblige. I also usually take this opportunity to brush her because she won't let me brush her unless she's eating, which I know is strange. So I'm just going to get her comb, which is right here. I bought this comb shortly after I got her. She started getting like gnats at the back of her, behind her tail, or like by her tail, you know what I mean? So I bought this comb, and she has never let me brush her with any brush other than this comb. So if you have a cat who hates the brush, try getting one of these combs. Because it's the only thing Lena will let me use. Okay, so just for the record, this is how much hair I just got off Lena, and especially now that we're in isolation, I brush her literally every day at dinner, and I get all of that hair off of her every time, and my bed is still completely covered in cat hair. Let's see if I can't even get a good shot of any specific spot to show you, but it's covered in cat hair. I don't know if it's just because it's spring, or if this is just her, but she sheds a lot. Don't you, Lena? Why isn't it focused on you, huh? Now it is. Where are you going? Where are you going? Lena, you don't want to play, do you? Because, like, I want to play with you. And I've been right here wanting to play with you all day. And you're just asleep. Look at that grumpy face. It's nighttime now, and you still won't play with me. You're supposed to be nocturnal. Why won't you play with me? Maybe the other nocturnal one will play with me. Roger. Roger, are you in here? I mean, like, you better be in here. Usually he's doing something weird. He must be up the back of the snake plant because I actually can't see him. It's just frustrating because I know I put springtails and isopods in here, but I didn't put very many, and the isopods, there's only like 4 in the culture I put in here. And obviously they're going to take time to, like, grow and repopulate themselves, but it's just frustrating because I look at my other isopod enclosure over here, and, like, these are all springtails, all these little white dots, so it's like, I need springtails in here to make sure it doesn't mold. Lena, we're on quarantine, you're the only one I have to play with. Will you play with me? Can we play? Please, can we play? No? And so yeah, this is pretty much what every day of my quarantine looks like. Daytime pajamas and nighttime pajamas. No makeup, which I'm sure my skin will appreciate, although I do have to do makeup. I was going to do it today to do my 2 Tuesday reviews I have to shoot, but I didn't do it, so I'll have to do it some other time, I guess. It's not like I don't have enough time. I'll have to do that at some point. And that's about it. Let's just get up, make a coffee, play Animal Crossing, and keep an eye on news updates. Poke fun at Lena because she won't play with me. Right, Lena? Right, Lena? Anyway, thank you so much for watching this very silly, lazy vlog. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments below how you're spending your quarantine time. What are you doing? What are you doing to keep yourself busy? I think I'm going to start reading soon, too, because I don't read enough. But now that I have Animal Crossing, who knows if I have time for anything else. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye! Just wanted to pop back in quickly at the end of this video, because this is the next day. Only the next day. Like, Lightning is still wearing the same pajamas, and a couple of things have changed. So we actually have decided that Henry should come home. Everybody at my work is going to start working from home, so that means there's nobody there to feed him. So Shelby rescued him and brought him here, and now he lives here. I've only caught Lena looking at him a couple of times, and every time she's looked at him, I've told her no, so hopefully he's safe. Just gonna hope for the best. What is Roger doing? Look at him. Look at him. What is he doing? That's a glare. Look at that. I've never seen him on the wall on this side before, only ever on the other side. Also, I only had 4 crickets left, so I just fed them to Roger last night and then cleaned the container. So now it's nice and clean. So yeah, anyway, that's the update. Henry's here now. So all of my children are here, which is ideal, honestly. Anyway, thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!